Statement: Challenges to Arab and Muslim influence in preventing genocide. Despite comprising a significant portion of the world's population and holding strategic, geopolitical and economic power, the Arab world and Muslim-majority countries have struggled to exert meaningful influence in preventing or halting genocides and mass atrocities. This lack of influence stems from a combination of internal divisions, limited political cohesion, and global power imbalances. First, the Arab and Muslim worlds are not monolithic. Deep political, ethnic, and sectarian divisions, Sunni versus Shia, Arab versus non-Arab, nationalist versus Islamist, undermine unified action. Regional rivalries, such as those between Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Turkey, frequently lead to conflicting interests and diluted efforts. The absence of a coherent, united foreign policy among these states diminishes their capacity to act decisively on international platforms. Second, many Muslim-majority countries face internal challenges, including authoritarian governance, economic instability, and human rights concerns, which limit their credibility and diplomatic leverage. When these governments are themselves accused of repressing minorities or dissent, their moral authority to speak against genocide elsewhere is weakened on the global stage. Third, global power structures, particularly in the United Nations Security Council, remain dominated by a few Western and non-Muslim states. Resolutions to intervene in genocides often require consensus, or at least the absence of a veto from permanent members, many of whom pursue strategic interests over humanitarian principles. Muslim voices in these forums are often sidelined or overridden by the interests of more influential powers. Finally, while public sentiment in the Muslim world often reacts strongly to news of atrocities, such as in Palestine, Myanmar Rohingya, or Xinjiang Uyghurs, this has rarely translated into coordinated, sustained diplomatic or economic pressure. Initiatives like the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC, have issued statements but lack enforcement mechanisms or the political will to act beyond rhetoric. In sum, while the Arab and broader Muslim worlds possess the demographic and moral capital to challenge genocide, a combination of internal fragmentation, governance issues, and systemic global inequalities continues to hinder their influence. A shift toward unity, democratic accountability, and strategic international engagement is essential if these nations are to play a more effective role in upholding global justice and protecting vulnerable populations.